At its core, Arc Raiders is a game about human survival, and it focuses that narrative on one specific aspect, the gathering of resources, right? Go to the surface, scavenge for supplies, come home safe. That's the loop. Simple as that. But inside that loop, something interesting happens. Two types of players emerge: those who cooperate with strangers to survive, and those who kill strangers to take what they have. And it got me thinking, would humanity really fracture that way? This is not just a gaming question. Hollywood has been asking it for decades. And maybe Arc Raiders is closer to the truth than any of us want to admit. Would there really be people willing to kill without remorse just to survive? Let's talk about it. So there are basically two ways to play. You can be a PvE player like me, focused on the mission, avoid conflict, gather what you need, extract safely, or you could be a PvP player, hunt other raiders, take their loot, eliminate the competition. Both are valid ways to play the game, but they represent two completely different philosophies about what survival actually means. I've always been PvE in this game. It's true, I suck at fighting. But cooperation feels more natural to me than conflict anyway. When I play with other people, we look out for each other. We share resources. We get home safe together. And I truly feel like this is how I am in real life. But I watch PvP players in this game and I wonder, in a real world situation, would they really be that way in real life? Now, Hollywood has been asking this question for decades, and the answer they keep coming back to is the same every time. For instance, in The Road Warrior, society collapsed and the world split into two groups: those who band together to protect a resource, and those who form violent gangs to take it by force. Or how about the Book of Eli? A lone man walks a devastated America where some people have formed small communities trying to rebuild civilization, while others became warlords ruling through fear and violence. And The Walking Dead, they spent years showing us that the dead were never really the true threat, that the living was far more dangerous. Every one of these stories tells the same truth. When civilization falls, humanity does not become just one thing, it becomes two things: the builders and the destroyers, the cooperators and the predators. And the scariest part is that in every one of these stories, both sides believe that they're doing what they have to do to survive. So the question is Arc Raiders in these movies right? Would humanity actually split that way? Here's what the research actually says. Studies of real disaster survivors show that cooperation is the dominant response. Most people help strangers. There's actually a term for it: post-disaster utopia, where communities that survive tragedy often report feeling more connected than ever before. But here's the part I wonder about the most. Psychologists also warn that good people don't become predators overnight. It happens gradually, small justifications. What starts as doing what you have to do to survive can slowly erode into something you would never have recognized in yourself before everything fell apart. The Walking Dead showed us that over and over. Rick Grimes, he didn't start out as a man who could kill without hesitation. He became one slowly, one impossible choice at a time. And that is the honest answer to the question. Most of us would start out as PvE players, cooperating, helping, building something together. But survival has a way of changing the rules, and not everyone would stay that way. And what makes Arc Raiders fascinating is the game never tells you which way to play. It doesn't lean heavily one way or the other. The game simply drops you into a survival situation and lets you choose. I think that choice, made freely with no consequences, might be one of the most honest things about you as a person. So where do I land on all of this? Well, I'm a PvE. I always have been. I play with people who look out for each other. We share what we find, and we get home safe. And I genuinely believe that is who I would be if the world ever really did fall apart. Not because I'm brave or noble, but because I can't imagine looking at another person who is just trying to survive and choosing to take from them instead of help them. But making this video taught me something I did not expect when I started thinking about it. The question is not really who you are today. It's really who you would become after 6 months of impossible choices. After watching people you love suffer. After going hungry long enough that the rules you live by start to feel like luxuries you can't afford anymore. Arc Raiders lets you answer that question from your couch without consequences. And most of us choose cooperation. Most of us choose to be PvE. And I'm sure some people PvP just for the fun of it, and that's fine also, but the movies keep reminding us that the world has a way of changing us. So here's my question for you. In Arc Raiders, does your playstyle reflect who you really would be? Drop it in the comments, or come join the Discord and let's talk about it. I really want to know. And if you enjoy this type of content, please hit subscribe. I post every 3 days. Also, if you want more than what YouTube gets, consider joining the Patreon. The link is in the description. I'll see you topside.